Why do hamsters get so excited over certain greens while other plants barely earn a sniff? Many people think every leafy bite is equally welcome, but hamsters are surprisingly picky with texture, scent and moisture. What they usually love most is not the fanciest plant, but the one that feels safe, tender and easy to pouch. A hamster does not choose food like a chef choosing flavor alone. It also chooses by softness, water content, chew comfort, and whether that bite fits a tiny body. That is why the plants hamsters enjoy most are often mild, fresh and simple rather than bold or spicy. Fresh greens and herbs should stay a small supplement, not the whole diet, and portions should stay tiny. Think of these plants as bright little side dishes beside quality hamster food, not a giant salad bowl. As the safest way to explore favorites is to offer one plant at a time and watch what disappears first. A real favorite is the plant your hamster returns to calmly, chews steadily and stores without hesitation. Near the top of that list for many hamsters is dandelion greens. These leaves feel soft enough for small mouths, but still give a satisfying little tear when nibbled. Their scent is gentle, which matters because hamsters often trust familiar, non-aggressive smells first. A hamster may approach dandelion with nose twitches, pause once, then begin with quick, tidy bites. That pattern often means curiosity has turned into approval. Dandelion greens are commonly listed among safe leafy options for hamsters when offered fresh and clean. They also fit the hamster's natural style of eating because each leaf can be managed in tiny sections. Nothing feels oversized, slippery or awkward in the paws. That makes dandelion less stressful than chunkier greens that demand more wrestling than nibbling. For a tiny animal, comfort during chewing can matter as much as taste. Romaine lettuce is another plant many hamsters enjoy more than people expect. Not every lettuce deserves the same praise because watery, empty leaves are not the goal. Romaine tends to offer a better balance of crunch and tenderness than weak, pale lettuce types. When a hamster likes romaine, you often see quick front paw holding and a neat chewing rhythm. It is a plant that feels light, cool and easy to break down. Sources that discuss hamster-safe vegetables often mention romaine, while iceberg lettuce is commonly discouraged. That difference is important because people often assume lettuce is just lettuce. Says to a hamster, leaf structure matters. A leaf that folds softly without collapsing into mush is often more appealing. Romaine gives that pleasant middle ground between crisp and gentle. Cucumber wins over many hamsters for a different reason. It is less about leafy fiber and more about fresh moisture with a clean, mild taste. On warm days, a small cucumber piece can feel especially attractive because it delivers both texture and water. Some hamsters nibble the wet edge first, almost as if they are testing the coolness before committing. Then the tiny jaw starts working in quick, regular beats. That quiet enthusiasm is why cucumber often becomes an easy favorite in many homes. It is not dramatic food, but hamsters usually do not need dramatic food. They often prefer something gentle that does not challenge their mouth or stomach too suddenly. A favorite plant is often the one that feels easy to trust twice. Cucumber is widely mentioned as a safe, fresh option for hamsters in small portions. Sweet bell pepper brings a different kind of appeal. It has a brighter smell than cucumber, but it is still soft, juicy and easy to cut into tiny bites. Many hamsters seem drawn to that crisp snap from the thin wall of the pepper piece. The sound is small, but for a nibbling animal, that feedback can be satisfying. Bell pepper also keeps the mouth busy without becoming hard work. A hamster may turn the piece, test the edge and settle into steady little bites. That turning behavior is often a sign the food is manageable and interesting. When food feels too tough or too wet, you usually see more hesitation. When it feels just right, chewing becomes focused and calm. Colored sweet peppers are commonly included on hamster-safe vegetable
Looks
lists.
like someone's enjoying
Broccoli
breakfast.
can surprise owners because some hamsters absolutely love tiny bits of it. The attraction is often in the branching texture, which gives the mouth several small places to work. Each nibble feels like a new corner, a new tip, a new bite. That variety can keep a hamster engaged longer than a flat leaf would. But broccoli should still stay a tiny offering because strong foods can overwhelm if served too generously. Hamsters enjoy best when freshness feels like a treat, not a heavy meal. A tiny floret can become a whole activity. You may even see your hamster pause, pouch part of it, then return for the rest. Yeah, that stop and return pattern often signals real interest. Broccoli is often listed among suitable vegetables for hamsters when portions stay small. Courgette or zucchini is another quiet favorite because it combines softness with a gentle, watery bite. It does not fight back much when tiny teeth go in. For small animals, that matters. Food that yields easily can feel more inviting than food that demands repeated hard effort. Zucchini also carries a mild smell, which helps cautious hamsters approach without alarm. The first bite is often tiny. The second is usually more confident. That is the moment a sample becomes a favorite. Hamsters rarely need loud flavor to enjoy food. They need safety, simplicity, and a texture that suits their scale. Icare. Zucchini or courgette is commonly mentioned among fresh foods safe for hamsters in modest amounts. Parsley often earns strong interest because herbs speak through scent as much as texture. A hamster may notice parsley before it even touches it. That little head lift and rapid sniffing tells you aroma is already doing half the work. Parsley leaves are delicate enough to shred, and the stems can add a slight extra chew, so the experience feels layered without being difficult. Some hamsters nibble the edges first and leave the thicker center for later. That is not rejection. It is simply a tiny eater sorting the easiest path through the plant. Some favorites are loved because they can be explored in parts. Parsley is commonly listed among hamster-safe fresh herbs. Coriander, also called cilantro, that can be another favorite for hamsters that enjoy fragrant greens. Its leaves are light and feathery, which makes them easy to handle in little mouthfuls. The smell is more noticeable than romaine, but still soft enough for many hamsters to accept. When a hamster enjoys coriander, the chewing often looks quick and decisive. There is less testing and more immediate nibbling. That confidence can tell you the plant has landed well. Herbs often create stronger first impressions than plain greens do, but stronger does not mean harsher. The best herb favorites still feel gentle in the mouth. Coriander is regularly included on lists of herbs suitable for hamsters. Basil feels softer and smoother than many leaves, which can make it especially appealing to some hamsters. It bends easily, tears cleanly, and carries a sweet herbal scent. Yet that combination can make the first contact feel friendly rather than challenging. A hamster may grasp basil with both paws and pull it closer before chewing. That pulling motion usually means the leaf feels worth controlling carefully. Basil also suits tiny portions well, because even one small leaf can be enough for a test. With hamsters, a favorite does not need a big serving. Sometimes one confident nibble says more than an untouched pile ever could. The plants they love most are often revealed by calm repetition, not greedy speed. Basil is one of the fresh herbs commonly recommended as a safe occasional offering for hamsters. Spinach can be enjoyed by some hamsters, but it deserves a more careful kind of praise. Many hamsters like the tender texture, especially when the leaf is fresh and not oversized. Yet spinach is one of those greens better treated with moderation, not daily generosity. This is where owners often confuse favorite with frequent. A hamster may love a plant and still not need it often. That is a useful rule for every rich green in a tiny animal menu. The goal is not to flood the bowl with favorites. The goal is to rotate wisely and keep the body comfortable. So yes, spinach can be well liked. It just belongs in the category of careful, measured enthusiasm. Cress and chicory can also appeal to hamsters that enjoy tender, slightly lively greens. These plants feel smaller and more delicate than bulky leaves, which suits tiny bites beautifully. Some hamsters seem drawn to plants that can be nibbled in fast, neat pieces. That quick success matters. Small animals build trust through easy wins. A food that tears well, smells mild, and fits the paws often rises quickly in the ranking. That is why texture keeps returning as the secret hero of hamster favorites. The mouth decides before the mind seems to. Before serving any plant, wash it well and keep the first piece as small as your hamster's ear. Smaller hamster species need even more restraint, because a favorite bite should never become an oversized load. And the safest first tasting is always one plant at a time, so the body gives a clear answer. Whatever plant your hamster loves, uneaten fresh food should never sit around long enough to spoil. A favorite plant is only a good favorite when it stays clean, small, and well timed. In the end, the plants hamsters seem to love most are the ones that feel gentle, manageable, and quietly rewarding. So when your hamster chooses that small green leaf with calm little bites, you are watching comfort become preference.